which case, I got a big personal problem. What's that? I don't believe in God.
All right, that was a scene from Breakthrough, which opens in theaters today. It's based on the inspirational true story of one mother's unfaltering love in the face of impossible odds. Josh Lucas plays the father of the boy who drowns in a lake, but yet has a miraculous outcome. Josh joins us this morning. Good morning. Good to see you.
Hello, Carly in Tampa. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, super excited about this film coming out. I can't wait to see it. I love these faith-based films, and I love when there's big names attached to it, like yourself. Tell me about what it was about this role, about this film, that you said, yeah, I want to be a part of this one.
Well, part of it is what you just saw in that trailer right there. Mike Coulter, who a lot of people know as Luke Cage, says, oh, well, the problem is I don't believe in God. One of the things I think is really interesting about this movie is we try to present, a movie that, yes, is a faith-based movie, but at the same time has a bunch of different points of view inside of it. And one of them was this character who I play, who is the father, Brian Smith, who, he was a church-going guy, but he didn't necessarily have the level of faith or hope that his wife, Joyce Smith, had, who's played by Chrissy Metz, when they went through this just horrifying story where their son was underwater. He was under the ice for 15 minutes, and he had been dead with no pulse for over an hour when they decided to stop resuscitation, and they basically say to the mother to go in and say goodbye, and she goes in and begins to pray, and his pulse comes back, but then they still have to face what they say, the doctors say, is that he's going to be brain dead and his organs are destroyed and that there's no way he'll have a normal life. And her whole belief, her whole deep faith, however you want to put it, is the miracle of this movie. And, for all of us making the movie, we had to ask this question of ourselves, to try and tell the movie as, I guess, responsibly, or to really hit the moments of what actually happened here. And I don't know that anyone can say. That's kind of the beauty of the movie.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people can relate to that. I know you're a dad as well, and I think, it's hard not to face, like, okay, if we were in that given situation, what would we do? Would our faith, uphold to that? I'm interested, kind of immersing yourself in this story, which is this true story. Did it change your perspective on life and faith and how you approach things and how you look at your family?
I did this movie because of my son, who's 6 years old. I was driving, I was worried about leaving him, because anytime I leave, he's in school now, I can't just pick him up and take him away for a couple months to go make a movie. We shot the movie in Winnipeg, Canada. So I knew if I was going to go do it, I had to leave, and I told him the story about it. And I told him the story of the moment that actually happened in real life, which is that the entire community, the church, everyone gathered from the community together outside the hospital, and they sang. It's a beautiful moment in the movie as well. And he was like, Dad, you got to go do that movie. And part of the reason why, I felt a responsibility was my son definitely is, my reason for being in so many ways. And to put out something good to this world, to put out something that has hope and, faith, whatever faith is, your faith can be anything, I think. And, I don't know, I've genuinely felt good about that from an entertainment standpoint, and particularly in the world that we live in, from a cynical world that we're in. I don't know, that felt right to me, particularly having my son. And we had this great moment the other day where I took him to the premiere, and we sat actually next to John and Joyce Smith, the real family that this happened to. And throughout the whole screening, they kept leaning back saying, that exactly happened, to the point where my son and I had to be like, shh, let us watch the movie. Because they've seen it so many times and they love it so much that they're just excited to show it to everybody. But yeah, it's something special to be a part of.
Well, we're out of time. I'm so disappointed, but job well done. Again, I can't wait to see this. We really appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you, Carly. Thanks for having me.
Hey.